Welcome back, ladies. That was weird. Let me say that again. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Fortitude Gold channel, a dividend creating gold producer in mining friendly Nevada. We're going to be breaking a lot of this down. Some recent news that just came out. Joining us, Chief Executive Officer Jason Reed. Welcome back, sir.
Hey, Kyle. Thanks for having me again.
Always a pleasure, man. So I want to kind of break down the value proposition behind the stock. But first and foremost, I want to dive down into some recent news because you intercepted 6.1 meters of 3.1 grams per ton of gold within 21.34 meters, grading 1.79 grams per ton of gold at your Golden Mile. Do you just want to give some brief insight on this news article?
Sure. We initiated a new drill campaign this year to go in and do a lot of infill holes on the Golden Mile and a few step out holes in efforts to elevate the resource into a reserve. And so we're pushing toward that, targeting by the end of the year sooner for that. So this drill program and these drill results are the efforts of that drill campaign. And it's very exciting, especially for us in this business, to be intercepting grades that are routinely north of a gram. And it just really highlights how special Golden Mile is. And in the context of most operating mines today, that gold is the primary revenue stream, they average about 0.5 grams. Most of them are sub 1 gram. So for Golden Mile to be looking like it's going to be north of a gram is very exciting. These last drill results are great. We're all internally excited to see what this does to the resource. We're obviously all optimistic. It may add some ounces. It may increase the overall grade. But what's also very exciting about this is that this deposit is open on strike and depth. So, you know, we're moving it forward toward a production decision as soon as possible here and I believe in the very near term, but the deposit's still open. So we're starting out with, a known resource that we can move forward with, and hopefully it grows into something quite substantial. But for us to look at potentially adding 3.5 years of production where we continue to be around in Nevada producing at a 40,000 ounce run rate, continue paying our dividend, these are all exciting and good things that differentiate us from the rest of the industry.
And speaking about differentiating there, I want to zoom out a little bit because when I look at the broad view of your stock, not only to the downside right now are you outperforming the S&P 500, since your IPO date, the stock performance has been quite robust, let alone the fact you're paying out a 7.8% dividend right now. For newer investors that might just be stumbling onto this, can you kind of just offer some insight on where you think this value is coming from and how you kind of just stand out against maybe some of these other gold companies that really don't offer much outside of the resource value?
Sure. No, great questions. We differentiate ourselves in the gold space by paying a substantial dividend. We pay 48 cents a share a year. That's substantial. We also pay monthly. So shareholders get 4 cents per share per month. That differentiates us from most all of our peers. So one of the knocks on a gold investment is that it provides no yield. Well, an investment in Fortitude Gold provides you, as of yesterday, almost 8% yield. So that is quite attractive. So for those new potential investors who are just hearing about us, if you're looking for gold exposure and you're looking for basically a dividend payment every month and a substantial yield, we are one of the few that offer that. And so that has enabled us to transcend being just a gold company. We've tapped into a pool of capital bigger than the gold space itself, and that capital chases dividends and yield. And so to come back to what you just highlighted, that we've outperformed, 2021, we outperformed almost all of our peers. And we did that because we have the differentiating factor of a substantial dividend. So that is the crux of how we differentiate ourselves and how we create shareholder value and outperform our peers.
And I guess I should iterate as well. Can you kind of give some insight on the security of that dividend, how you feel about it from a balance sheet standpoint moving forward as the yield kind of creeps up?
Sure. We have a lot of retail shareholders that don't understand the gold space. And so they call us and they say, okay, so you're paying 4 cents per share per month, 48 cents a year. I look at your financials, it only costs you 12 million to do that a year. You have close to 40 million in the bank. Why aren't you increasing your dividend? It's a great question for those who aren't focused in the space. We could increase our dividend today if we wanted to. We're not, because this is a very capital intensive business. I want to make sure that we can build our next mine, which is Golden Mile, with our cash in the treasury and cash flow coming in. So we're doing a balancing act here, making sure that we get the next mine into production, and then we can evaluate where we go with the dividend. But how comfortable are we? We could increase it today if we wanted to. So I'm very comfortable with where we are as far as paying 4 cents a share a month today. And obviously, we all look forward to the day when we can increase it, but that's down the road a bit. And in large part, we just want to be prudent enough to make sure that we have the cash on hand to put Golden Mile in production and have a cushion.
On that note, I definitely look forward to seeing how this story evolves, just from the stock perspective, the underlying business perspective, the gold markets, and hearing more about your insights being on the ground floor there. So I'm going to pass the question off to the viewers. We'd love to know what you guys think about all this in that comment section below. Consider subscribing, because as that news hits the wire, as we continue to update this, you can come right back to this channel. But on that note, stay cool, stay awesome. And as always, I look forward to catching you in the next one.